strikers end. So the two team from the Mulki side will be battling for to qualify themselves into the big final. So there's a signal coming from the umpire Ashwat Shetty from Mangalore, and we have Satish from the Mudabadri on the Squalid region. And here's the first ball. Vivek starting the proceeding, coming right arm over the wicket, bowling to Vijay Raj. And there's a fielder coming underneath, and Surendra taking the catch, and that's the first wicket fallen in the very first ball of the power play, and Vijay Raj has to depart. A team versus B team. So let's see which team will qualify. And now we have the new batsman Suhas walking too early in this innings. So Vivek, second time for the new batsman Suhas, and he gets off the mark. Played towards the mid-on region. The prediction is kept in the deep, but still finding the feeder. And now we have the left-hand batsman Ashwat, who could not do anything in the previous game against ABNG. He's an experienced player, a genuine all-rounder for the team of Mulki. So he'll be facing the bowling of Vivek. The left hand, right hand combination. The captain needs to set the feet in the right position for the left hand batsman. The stamp picking the ball slightly outside the off stick, finding a fielder in the long on region, and he gets off the mark with a single. So two batsmen off the mark with a single each, adding to the individual total, and the score is on 3-2 for loss of one wicket. This time going for the reverse sweep, finding the feeder in the cover. Still two left. Going for the reverse sweep, missing it completely. The batsman Suhas needs to just watch the fielders where they have kept, because this is the power play has been introduced. And this time he has hammered it towards the wider of the squalid region for a first six, and that's the dancing signal coming from the umpire Ashwat Shetty from Mangalore. That's the first six coming in the innings, and finally the relief for the player of SS Friends Mulki B team, Suhas, hitting it towards the wider of the squalid region to finish the over number one, and the power play has been completed, and the score is on 8 for loss of one wicket. The two officials for this tournament, we have Ashwat Shetty from Mangalore, and we have Satish from Mudabadri, and we have a third umpire in the dugout. We have Dheeraj from Mangalore. So they have done an excellent job for the last 2 days in this tournament, which has been organized by none other than Shiva Friends Bantwal. So once again, let me congratulate all the officials of Shiva Friends Bantwal for organizing this tournament for the very first time. We have seen plenty of the players from all part of the Mangalore zone taking part in this tournament. Not even from the Mangalore zone, the players have come all through from Mulki, Udupi, Kundapur, and the catch has been put on by Vivek. And the life is given to Ashwat. The very first ball, there was a chance. On the other end, Ganesh is not happy with that because the life given in this tournament for the experienced players. They have changed the game as we have seen in the first qualifying match. The catch was been put down in the very first ball of Mohit, and then he had hammered an excellent innings. And this time Suhas into attack. That's another six. Two sixes under his belt. He's just continuing the way that he has finished in the previous over, and in the very first ball that he has faced in the bowling of Ganesh has been hammered towards the mid-wicket region for another six. The scores are boring for the team, SS Friends Mulki B team. The pressure will be definitely under the bowlers. And once again, that's another six. So I can say that's a hat-trick six coming in the bat of Suhas. Three back-to-back sixes in his innings that he has faced in the last three ball. The first two ball that he has faced was a dotted one, but apart from that, he has hit three back-to-back sixes. The pressure back into the bowling end for Ganesh. An experienced bowler has been hammered by another experienced player from the same region, same zone from the Mulki, and the score is on 21. This time there is a chance for an out. Once again missing it. Sharath could have given on the non-strikers end where Suhas was struggling to reach to the batting crease, but at the end he was striking to the strikers end. He wanted to pick the wicket of the left-hand batsman Ashwath. Life was given to him in this over. So can he clear the boundary top in this over? Let's wait and watch. Still two more balls remaining in this over. Right at the block on, well bowled, well played by the batsman Ashwath. A good comeback by the bowler Ganesh after hammering two back-to-back sixes coming in the butt of Suhas. Scores on 22 on the board. So the final ball of the over number 2. The no ball signal given by the umpire Satish Murubidre. The bowler might have overstepped, and that's a free hit signal coming from the umpire in this innings for the first time. That's a first no ball bowled by Ganesh. And the free hit ball was not utilized by the batsman. Ashwath finishes with the dot ball. Over number 2 coming to an end. Score is on 23 for the loss of 1 wicket of Vijay Raj. Got out in the very first ball. The run rate is quite good for the team. SS Friends Mulki B team. On the other end, the bowler of SS Mulki A team. And now the captain has handed over to none other than Sudhindra. Bowler name? So Surendra is the new bowler in tiers. He'll be bowling the third over, and it was a fuller one, but the batsman Suhas, as soon as he has offered that shot, he knows that he could have timed it. Just a miss hit, luckily, just a single conceded in a form of a leg by. Once again, a dancing signal coming from the umpire Ashwath Shetty. The score chipping up to 24 on the board, over number 3 in progress. An excellent bowling by Surendra. The batsman Ashwath struggling since the previous game, could not watch the ball in a right format or could not time it properly to score some runs for his team. This time cleared it over the long on region. I can say that's an excellent drive towards the long on region, coming right in the middle of the bat. On the other hand, he just need to take a single, give as much as strike to Suhas, who has already hit 3 sixes in his innings. Going for the big hit, missing it completely. Just a single run coming in this over so far, bowled by Surendra, the captain, getting his frontline bowler. And he has done his part without considering any damage for his side, just bowling a decent liner length. This time the ball racing toward the deep fine leg region. The fielder running behind the ball. Will the batsman cross for a second run? But they should be satisfied only with a single. The feeder needs to keep changing when the left-hand batsman is on the striker's end. The strong field set towards the offside region. Another single to keep the strike. So over number 3 coming to an end. The score is on 26. So score is on 27 on the board after the completion of 3 overs. So now the ball has been handed over to another experienced bowler. Girish will be bowling the 4th over for his side. He is a Yorker specialist. We have seen in the previous game, even a 6 and a boundary was hit. He has bounced back very strongly and picking 2 wickets. So Giri will be bowling the 4th over on the side, and definitely the next over will be once again bowled by Surendra. We need to wait and watch whether the captain will be handing the 5th over to Surendra. He had bowled an excellent over. So here comes Giri, the 4th over, first ball. The ball kissing the pad. He just need to bowl outside the off stick. The batsman too early to play that shot. Luckily the ball was just kissing the pad, resulting with a dot ball. And that's what I called is a Yorker specialist. And the result will be in a form of a leg by 1 more run extra added to the total. And the score is on just 28 on the board. And this time, that's another 6. That's a 4-6 coming in the bat of Suhas. There is nothing wrong with the delivery bowled by Girish, but the batsman Suhas is continuing the way of hitting it towards the onside region on his favorite region. That's a 4th 6. The most of the runs which has been scored in this innings for the team of SS Friends. All the runs have been scored coming in the bat of Suhas. He's already hit 4 sixes. He's playing on 27 for his side. Out of 34, 27 runs have been scored by Suhas for his innings. So Giri once again for 4th time. This time there is a field underneath. The well catch taken in the boundary of at the edge of the boundary. And an excellent innings of Suhas coming to an end, playing against the senior team, that is the A team of Prince Mulki, and he has played an excellent innings of 27 run, and Giri has an ability of picking the wicket. Even the runs have been conceded in his over, but he has bowled an excellent spell. Just 7 runs conceded so far in the bat.
Total 7 runs. 7 to 1.
So Karthik is a new batsman, will be facing the bowling of Girish. This time once again the ball kissing the pad. There is a chance of a run out, but the fielder Prajwal hesitation, and the leg bar signal coming from the umpire Satish. There was an hesitation from the fielder Prajwal whether to strike it towards the strikers and on the non-strikers. But at the end, a single has been taken in the form of a leg by. The score is on 35 for the loss of 2 wicket. Final ball remaining in this over numbered 4. Just a single to finish the over numbered. An excellent over coming to an end by Girish. From the bat, just 7 runs have been conceded, and he has picked a wicket. And the rest of the runs has been scored in the form of a leg by. Over number 4 coming to an end. The score is on 36. So the final over, there is no hesitation for the captain of SS Prince Mulki to hand over to Surendra, who bowled an excellent over in his first spell. Has just conceded 3 runs in his first over, and he'll be bowling the final over, and Ashwath will be the non-strikers end, and we have Karthik on the non-strikers end. So final 6 balls remaining in the first innings, and Surendra is the bowler, and this time the catch has been taken. There is no mistake done by the fielder Ganesh in the long off region. The very first ball, the wicket has been fallen, and Prajwal, who has come as an opener, has to walk back to the pavilion. He has faced most of the balls in this innings. Has managed just to score 5 runs. This is not the great start for him in the big game. He has faced 12 balls for scoring just 5 runs for his side. That's not the innings that Ashwath would have loved to play in this big game. The winner will directly qualify to the final.
Batsman.
Vignesh is the new batsman. He'll be on the strikers end, facing the bowling of Surendra for the first time in this innings. So finally a wicket fallen in this very first ball of the over. What a delivery, unplayable. Look at the pace of the bowler Surendra. The batsman Vignesh just need to watch the ball. They need to just take a single. This is not an extra run conceding in the form of a wide. 1+1. No, that's a dancing signal coming from the umpire Ashwath Shetty. Still 4 left in this over. And Karthik on the strikers, and in the last game he had come as an opener. Could not do anything much for his side in the remaining 4 balls. Can he score some runs for his side? And Hamid with the long on range, and will the batsman cross for the second? There is a chance of running out. Once again, the fielder Prajwal missing the ball to grab it at the end. Umpire says that's a one shot. The batsman Karthik, even though after offering a shot towards the long on region, he was very short to clear the first run. Just a 1 run adding to his individual account and 1 run adding to the team total. Surendra once again back to its bowling mark. Going for a big hit, missing it completely, a dot ball. So 39 is a run, final ball coming out in the first innings of this game. And the final ball finishes with the dot ball, but at the end the batsman Vignesh has to walk back to the pavilion in a form of run out. So with that, the innings of SS Friends Mulki B team coming to an end. They have scored 39 in their allotted 5 overs. A target of 40 is to be chased by SS Friends Mulki A team. Out of 39 runs, 26 runs coming in the bat of Suhas, the man who scored most of the runs for his side, and the 5 runs coming in the bat of Ashwath. When the very first ball hammered towards the final leg region, one bounce over to the boundary rope, and that's a signal coming from the umpire, Satish Mundubedre. Sharat will try to go after the bowling of Vignesh in the first over because the power play has been introduced. Just the two feeders have been pushed towards the long on region and one towards the wider of mid-wicket region. Now there is a change in the field. The fielder has been pushed towards the square leg region and asking the long on to be wider towards the deep mid-wicket region. So can Surendra target either towards the long on or to the long off region, or he will try to target to the same direction even if the field has been set. But this time going for the reverse sweep. The ball raising towards the deep third man region. Batsman will cross for the second run. They are very quick enough. And that's a direct hit. So I request the umpire, the third umpire, Dheeraj, to just look into the decision. That was a direct hit. So there is no hesitation from the umpire to call it as run out, and that's an unnecessary run conceded in the second ball. A back foot cut with the jersey number 100, and he gets off the mark in the very first ball. The width was given, the room was given for the batsman to offer that shot. And the ball has hammered toward the deep point region for a boundary. That's the second boundary coming in this over. Score is on 9 for the loss of 1 wicket. Still 3 to go. This time played towards the onside region. The batsman should be satisfied only with a single. The outfield is not so quick enough. In the some part of the ground. Still 2 left. And now we have the tall left-hand batsman Prajwal on the striker's end. So Vignesh change the angle coming right arm round the wicket to bowl the 5th ball of this over to the left-hand batsman. And no hesitation for the umpire to call it as wide. That's the first extra coming this inning. The score is on 11 on the board, still 29 to get of remaining 26 ball. An outside edge toward the short third man. Just a single taken, a well called by Padmanabh. At the end of the batsman, Prajwal gets off the mark with a single. Score is on 12 for loss of 1 wicket. Over number 1 in progress. A power play has been introduced. Still 1 more ball left. Can we see a wicket coming in the bat of Padmanabh? And what a way to finish the power play with a handsome head towards the long on region. from Mangalore and Dheeraj from Mangalore. So the new bowler introduced the left-arm bowler Ashwath, who could not do anything much when he had come as an opener for his side. Just scored 5 runs in a low to 12 all that he has faced. Can he get a wicket through for his team? What a way he has been welcomed by the left-hand tall batsman, Bajwal into it. And this time another 6 towards the final region. Bajwal wants to finish this game as quick as possible. He has hit 2 back-to-back sixes in this innings. And the score jumping to 30 on the board, just another 10 more to get. And this time a dancing signal coming from the umpire. Ashwath, your watch signal given by the umpire. Just a 9 more to get. The intention is quite good enough from the batsman. Bajwal wants to finish the game quite quickly. This time, look at the way how he has played it. That's another 6. That's a third 6 coming in the bat of Bajwal. We have seen. He had come out in the middle, hitting 3 back-to-back sixes. Now, Bajwal doing the role for his side. He has hit 3. Ever we have seen towards the long off region, and that's a Yorker length delivery, but that's too late coming from the bowler of SS Friends Mulki B team. The experienced bowler has been hammered all but off the ground in the very second over. Just the 3 to get. Can he finish this with another big hit? And he has finished it with a great style. Once again, the dancing signal coming from Ashwath Shetty, and that's a 6 to finish the game. And with that, SS Friends Mulki A team have qualified for the final of Shio Friends Bantwal SVS Trophy 2022, and they will be battling against the team that is ABNG A team. So these are the 2 teams who have played the league game, have won all their games, and now these 2 teams will be battling for the very first